at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, the World of Thunder iRacing Series. It is the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models from Fairbury at Williamson Speedway. My name's Chris Nunn alongside Zach Newton. Zach, welcome back to Fairbury. It's the Pro Late Models are about ready to set to put on a show.
It's good to be here, ready for some Fendered racing action. We had a great race earlier in the Grace Productions UMP Modifieds, and we are in for another good one here.
Got a good group of cars here tonight, and we are going to get ready for some action here at Fairbury. Qualifying, 2 minutes, 1 lap on the clock as Brett Rolls is on the speedway. Take a look at you can see a lot of their pictures down there on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen as we get set to roll here in qualifying. Cars on the racetrack.
And in iRacing, you'll notice that a lot of the qualifying is done simultaneously. Speeds the broadcast along quite a bit. But it does make our job a little bit harder trying to keep track with changes in the quick time sheet. As you can see, several drivers clocking in. David Heilman currently setting quick time for the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models with a 12.781.
It's like Colin Wyant sitting second right now, 12.806. Cody Sieber third, 12.839. Cole Duggar going to the top spot, 12.682.
Austin Matthews jumping up at 12.669. For him, as you can see, the timing really picking up as we get on into qualifying here. We've got a few more drivers that have yet to take time we're looking for here. Currently quick time still a 12.669 from Austin Matthews. Now Blake Majulis with a 12.585.
Are we surprised in that at all?
Not really, but if there's anybody who can knock him off, it's this man on the speedway right now, Hayden Cardwell, in the 07 machine. Let's see what he's got. You see Devin Cardwell clocks in at a 12.779. Good enough for 9th quick. Blake Cannon, 50th quick down there at the bottom.
How about Jennifer Hotz? 6th quick, 12.739 for the young lady, Jennifer Hotz. How about Mimi's Makings in Motion? They are stepping up, and they are putting out some big money, helping out with our sponsorships and whatnot. She currently sits in the top 20 in point standings with the group of cars that we have, man. I'll tell you what, that is a accomplishment for someone that hasn't been racing very long.
It absolutely is. We get into our heat races. Straight to action here. The World of Thunder Racing League Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. Blake Majulis, quick time with a 12.585. Austin Matthews, Cole Duggar, Jesse Wall, Blake Murray, and Jennifer Hotz. The rest of your top 6. And it's time for heat number 1, Chris.
All right, next level designs pro late models heat race number 1. Blake Majulis, your pole setter in the 127. Outside of him, Dustin Hall in the 331.
Couldn't have planned a better starting spot for Kendall Tucker. Not a great starting or qualifying job by the 00, but he'll roll off third in heat number 1. Tanner Foltz his outside in fourth.
Starting in the 5th position, we'll see Hunter Wright out of Indiana, the number 43. Outside of him, it's the Todd father, Todd Hook, in the number 23.
Caleb Nickel of Indiana in the 29 rolls off 7th. Chris Cox in the 515, 8th.
And starting in 9th, we'll see Jackson Rexing of Indiana, the 24. Outside of him, rounding out the field, Daniel Passmore, starting 10th.
So 10 cars. We 5 heats again, Chris? Is that the plan for you?
6 heat. I think we maxed out at 60 cars, I believe.
6 heats, 10 cars per heat. Should be in for some great racing action here at Fairbury. Again, Blake Majulis on the pole. We've seen him there a time or two. Here in heat number 1, Tanner Foltz, Kendall Tucker in row number 2. Kendall Tucker, definitely a driver to watch here. That's what.
All right, as we are taking a look here. Top 3, I believe, transferred to tonight's main event. Top 3. Don't forget, you can send us stars on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page. Send us some stars. It helps us, keep afloat. Helps us keep everything going and keeping up tight. So send us some stars if you like. It doesn't cost that much. So send as many as you like here on our Facebook stream. So we are underway as Kendall Tucker hops one of those Uke tires out of turn 1.
Tucker collects a Uke tire, and the Swindell Speed Labs driver will drop to third, chasing his former teammate Blake Majulis. He's got Dustin Hall in between them, though. Tucker dives to the low side. You can see Majulis is running down there, as is Tanner Foltz and a couple other drivers. Dustin Hall, really the only guy in the top 5 trying to make the high side work. He's going to, looks like, hold on to second place down the front straightaway, but he's going to give it back to Tucker as they head into turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, down that back straightaway. Dustin Hall now trying the outside again, trying to get around Kendall Tucker. Not able to make the move. Majulis holds on down the front straightaway. He'll keep the lead. Kendall Tucker in that 2nd spot. Dustin Hall in that 3rd and final transfer spot. Tanner Foltz back there in that 4th position. He's 1 spot out looking in at the moment.
Great battle there for 2nd and 3rd. The last 2 transfer spots on the line. Dustin Hall running the low line. Kendall Tucker now up top. And you are seeing some great racing as Hall is going to get the spot. Tucker pulls even with him down the back straightaway as they race off of turn 4, side by side.
Yeah, here they come. Still running close as it gets here as Kendall Tucker and Dustin Hall still duke it out for that 2nd spot. Laps looking down. 2 laps to go this time by. Get the white flag coming up next time. Blake Majulis still out front.
Tucker drives it in deep to try to take the lane away from Dustin Hall, and it looks like he's going to hold on to 2nd place. They both run that slider line through 3 and 4. Blake Majulis takes the white flag. He's comfortably in the lead in this one with almost half a straightaway between him and Kendall Tucker as he drives it into 3 and 4 for a final time. Off of turn 4 here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway, Blake Majulis will win heat number 1. Drag race to Kendall Tucker. Dustin Hall finishes 3rd.
So the money man, Blake Majulis, picking up the win here in heat race number 1. Your next level designs, pro late models. Top 3 go to the feature. We'll take a look at your full field rundown as Tucker and Majulis having a bit of a demolition derby after the race. Blake Majulis was your winner. Kendall Tucker finishes 2nd. Dustin Hall on that 3rd and final transfer spot. It was Wright, Hook, Cox, Foltz, Nickel, Rexing, and Passmore rounding out the field. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting lineup for heat race number 2.
On the pole, the 67 of Austin Matthews. Outside of him, the 44 of Brent New.
Runner number 2 on the inside, it's going to be Eric York in the number 89 machine. And outside of him, Matthew Logan, Carolina, in the number 1 machine.
Jeffrey Baum in the 99 rolls off 5th. Matt Dixon in the 96 rolls off 6th.
Runner number 4 on the inside, also out of Carolina, going to be the number 5 of Kevin Williamson. Outside of him, Team Outlaw Motorsports, number 21. That'll be Anthony Hansen starting 8th.
Shotgun on the field, row 5. Bo Krebs in the 68 will roll off in 9th. James Normoyle in the 721 will roll off 10th.
Going to get set for another 3 cars to transfer into tonight's main event. So you ready for this one? We got 4 more loaded heat races coming up after this one.
Yeah, we've got several heats on the way with a lot of talent coming at you. This one really could be anybody's race. You could see really anybody, I think, in this field come home with the win in this one. Austin Matthews is going to roll off first as they come to the green flag here. We are underway in this one.
All right, lights out, green is out. Here we go, here into turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Austin Matthews, Brent New, and Eric York run 1, 2, and 3. Jeffrey Baum in that 10 car trying to find a way around here out of turn 4. Got a little crossed up with some contact between himself and York. They're almost 4 wide out of turn 1 and 2.
Matthew Logan seems to be having some problems with that race car as he has some contact from Matt Dixon in the 96. It's Austin Matthews, Brent New, and Eric York out front. Jeffrey Baum looking to the outside of Eric York, and we'll have to see if he can make something stick there.
Don't forget, coming up here after the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models, it is at EarthFan.com. Super Late Models. That's going to be coming up here the nightcap of the evening. Usually it is the 410 Sprints, but they are off tonight. They're getting a week off to rest, so the Super Late Model is going to be the main event. And it's also on the front page of iRacing, so make sure you check that out. As we're that important, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the front page of iRacing.
Big deal here at World of Thunder. Out front, Austin Matthews comfortably leading Brent New in second. Eric York in third, holding down that final transfer spot. Matthew Logan has got that race car sorted out. He is fighting hard for fourth, but right now out front, all Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews continues to lead Brent New in that second spot. Nothing happening here in this heat race. It's been pretty paint by numbers right now as the white flag comes out. This time by Austin Matthews gets the 1 to go signal. And once again, don't forget, after the heat races, track's going to reset, so it's going to be a whole different ballgame.
Absolutely, but it's all chalk, and this one is Matthews drives off of turn 4 to take the checkered flag comfortably. Brent New in second. Eric York takes that final transfer spot in the third. Jeffrey Baum, Logan, Williamson, Dixon, Normoil, Hansen, and Krebs will all go to the B mains.
All right, going to take a look at your full field rundown here in heat race number 2 for your Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. Take a look at who transferred and who did not. It was Mr. Matthews picking up the win. Coming home in the second spot, Brent New and Eric York in the third and final transfer spot. Then was Baum, Logan, Williamson, Dixon, Normoil, Hansen, and Krebs rounding out the field. Ultimate TV starting lineup for heat race number 3, Cole Duggar. Team Outlaw Motorsports number 52 will be on the pole. Outside him is going to be Devin Cardwell in the 101.
Cody Seabird, the 357, rolls off third. Terrell Payne in the 51 for $1 Million Motorsports goes fourth.
Starting in row 3 on the inside, Bobby Mattingly in the number 3 machine. Outside of him, starting 6th, Ryan Johnson in the 121.
Pete Kylan in the 31 machine rolls off 7th. Garrett Zacharias rolls off in the 71 in position 8.
And in row number 5 on the inside, Blake Cannon, 44. And outside of him, Austin Mitchell in 25 will round out the field top 3 transfer. And I'm kind of disappointed that Ryan Underwood's not racing with us tonight, Zach. And you want to know why?
Why?
Because I need to blow him a bunch of crap for having a Wesley Outland themed paint scheme last week.
Look, I was responsible for that, Rap.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with you for that one.
Well, look, you know, when a client asks you to do something, Chris, you just do it. You just put a smile on your face. As we've got a car stopped on the banking up there. Looks like Devin Cardwell. He just maybe spinning the tires, putting on a little show for the fans. But if a client asks you to do something, Chris, you just put on your best face and you go do it.
I had word that Underwood parked it in the wall.
Well, you know, now I can't tell you that either of those things are accurate because I didn't watch last week. But anytime that he folds up sheet metal that I work hard on, he gets an earful. So if that's the case, I'm gonna have a talk with the kid.
Now, if anybody has a paint scheme with my face on it, I implore them to park it into the wall because it doesn't need to happen.
That's true. You certainly, Chris, have a face for radio as we are green here in heat number 3.
I got the perfect face for radio and the perfect voice for newspaper.
Certainly do. Cole Duggar out in front of Devin Cardwell. Cardwell riding the cushion. He's going to fall back just a little bit. It's a great run into turn 3 with Terrell Payne, Cody Seaver, Bobby Mattingly all over him. Blake Cannon looking on the high side. He's coming from 9th. Not a place you'd expect to see one of our World Championship drivers. But there he is. Meanwhile, Cole Duggar holding his own out in front over Devin Cardwell.
Cole Duggar still your leader. Devin Cardwell in that second spot. Terrell Payne in that familiar number 51 machine. And I'm trying to figure out why anybody in their right mind would put Kentucky Wildcats on the side of their car.
Well, again, see, park it in the wall. In regards to that question, is Blake Cannon is on the move. He's up to 6th place from 9th. Looking for one of those transfer spots. We'll have to see if he can get in. Meanwhile, Cole Duggar still out front holding his own. Oh, Cannon Looks like he fed a little bit of the nose to Brian Johnson, whose bad luck continues. He's going to move up a spot there to 5th. He's got Cody Sieber in his sights, closing in on Terrell Payne and a transfer spot. Meanwhile, Cole Duggar still in the lead in this one.
He's got Devin Cardwell, though, trying to catch up to him out of turn number 1 and 2. Cardwell diamonds off the corner, down that back straightaway. Duggar has a good line, running low, pushes up the middle of the racetrack, not swiping up too high. We got 2 laps to go. White flag's going to fly next time by.
Well, we know how talented Devin Cardwell is here on the iRacing simulation platform, but Cole Duggar absolutely holding his own, doing a great job. He's looking very comfortable taking the white flag.
Out of turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Devin Cardwell going to try to catch up one final time into turn number 3. Out of turn number 3 and 4 at the line. It's going to be Cole Duggar picking up the win in heat race number 3. Devin Cardwell second, and Terrell Payne will take home that third and final transfer position.
You see Blake Cannon 1 spot short. He's going to a B main, Chris. And that's going to make things interesting as we get into these consolation races before our feature this evening.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, B-Main's always interesting here on the World of Thunder. It's because every race is an all-star race pretty much. The B-Mains could be features. Take a look at our feature full field rundown here in heat race number 3. It was Cole Duggar, your winner. Devin Cardwell second, and Terrell Payne getting that third and final transfer spot. It was Cannon, Sieber, Johnson, Mattingly, Zacharias, Mitchell, and Kiley rounding out the field. Ultimate TV starting lineup for heat race 4.
Heat number 4 on the pole is Carolina's Jesse Wall in the number 14 entry. To his outside, rolling off position number 2, the outside pole, is David Heilman.
Row 2 on the inside, starting third, Hunter Butson, 42. Outside, out of Indiana, it's going to be Ryland Gray in 6.
Michael Oxett in the 81 rolls off 5th. Jack Weaver, the Mid-South Dirt Slingers, in the 34 entry, rolls off position number 6.
Row 4 on the inside, Nathan Davis, a Hoosier native, and the number 36 machine. Outside of him, out of New York, John Bragman in 47, starting 8th.
Another guy we're not used to seeing struggle in qualifying, Carolina's Zach McSwain rolls off 9th. Outside Native Pride Racing's number 19, Donnie Batiste in 10th.
All right, 3 heats left to go, including this one. Top 3 will go to tonight's main event here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Here in your Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. Maxed out our server again, 60 cars. Tell you what, World of Thunder is the place to be every Sunday night. We're green.
Absolutely. Should be in for a great one in this one. As you see, Wall gets off to the early lead, gets a great start. Heilman in hot pursuit behind him. Heilman looks to the outside in 3 and 4. We'll see if he can find some grip up there in his Jeremy Isabel Racing entry.
Down to turn number 1 2. Oh, look out. We got a car sideways. It looks like Hunter Butts almost went around there. He gets back on the hamster's back on the wheel there as he tries to catch up with Zach McSwain in 5th.
Yeah, McSwain charging hard from 9th to 5th, trying to do what Blake Cannon couldn't do and lock himself into the A main with a good run in a heat race. Cannon fell 1 spot short. McSwain is looking for that spot right now, and I don't think he's quite done yet.
No, not at all. Here they come. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Axett trying to get that spot. Here comes Ryland Gray, and McSwain is the meat and sandwich there down the front straightaway as they play pinball with each other into one.
Yeah, McSwain getting ping-ponged around there in the middle. It's not fun to be the cream filling in the Oreo, Chris, let me just tell you. He looks a little bit to the outside of Oxett. Oxett spins, gets collected, and we've got a mess in turn 3. We'll have to see who got through this one unscathed.
Looks like that Uke tire has come into play again, as we saw in the modifieds. We'll take a look and see exactly what happened on your Wicked Cushion instant replay.
And as they come off, this is the back straightaway you're looking down here. You see McSwain in the middle, and he tries to turns down hard into Oxett.
Yeah, no Uke tire was involved there. He just got turned down into.
Yeah, just a lot of Zach McSwain's nose involved in that. And then from there, it's just bedlam on back as these guys collect car after car.
It's a tough break for Oxett. He'll have to go to one of the B mains and make something happen.
Meanwhile, out front, still all Jesse Wall. David Heilman riding in second right now. Ryland Gray, the baby bullet there in third. We're going to see if McSwain has anything for him as the laps wind down in this heat race. We should be going to a green-white checkered finish.
All right, green-white checkered finish is going to be coming up here. as we roll through heat race number 4 here in the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. Field getting lined back up and getting set to go.
And you got to wonder what's going through the mind of Jesse Wall. You know, we saw our last heat race winner, Cole Duggar, not somebody you're used to. Not one of the names I guess you're used to seeing if you watch a lot of these iRacing Dirt Late Model broadcasts. But he's going to start up in the top 5 of this feature. In position number 3, I believe. We're going to see if Jesse Wall can do the same, or if David Heilemann, Rylan Gray, or World Championship driver Zach McSwain have anything to say, as we should be seeing the pace truck lights go out with 3 to go.
3-lap shootout coming up. As the pace truck lights are still on, we're still getting everything sorted out and figured out here for this restart here in heat race number 4. Still got 2 more heats to go after this one.
I don't think the first 4 have disappointed. I don't suspect those last 2 will either, Chris.
Absolutely. I don't think it's been pretty highly contested here in this heat race. We may not have seen the last caution flag of this race. That's my prediction.
Well, we have a knack for knowing when cautions are coming, and cautions tend to breed caution, so it wouldn't surprise me as Wall comes off of turn 4, takes the green flag, and we are back underway. Heilemann looks to the high side up on the cushion. He's got a great run off of turn 2, but it's not quite enough. Rylan Gray on the outside. Zach McSwain challenging now for that final transfer spot. Look at Hunter Butts to the low line. They're 3 wide off of 4.
Into turn number 1 and 2 they go. Here comes McSwain out of the inside of Rylan Gray. This is the battle for the final transfer spot as they go down the back straightaway. It is Hunter Butts back there trying to make something happen on the bottom of the racetrack. White flag is out. 1 to go for Jesse Wall, but he's got Heilemann right there on his tail.
McSwain made a slider stick. Heilemann looking to the outside. We're going to see if he throws one in deep here in 3 and 4. He goes low, but I don't think he's got the traction off the turn. Jesse Wall wins your heat race. David Heilemann second. Zach McSwain from 9th to 3rd takes your final transfer spot.
Good run from Zach McSwain, putting himself into the show, but it was Jesse Wall picking up the win and holding off David Heilemann. We'll take a look at your full field rundown. It was Jesse Wall your winner, David Heilemann second, Zach McSwain in that 3rd and final transfer spot. It was Gray, Butts, Davis, Batiste, Weaver, Bragman, and Oxett rounding out the field. Ultimate Dirt TV starting lineup for heat race number 5. On the pole, it's going to be Blake Murray out of Carolina, the number 79 machine, and New York's Colin Wyatt in 58 starting 2nd.
Brett Rowles, Vanderpool Racing in the 17 machine rolls off 3rd. Joshua Hessen in the 118 out of Indiana starts 4th.
Row number 3 on the inside, and number 26 machine, Mark Llewellyn, and outside of him, Ethan Shiflett out of Virginia in the number 111.
It's John Ruby Jr. out of Vanderpool Racing Stable in the 40, rolls off 7th. AJ Albreda in the 46, goes 8th.
1 to watch here, starting 9th on the inside of row 5. It's going to be Hayden Cardwell, winner of the Grace Productions UMP Modified main event just a little bit ago. Outside of him, Goon Squad Racing, number 39, Mason Myler. But, man, how about this? Hayden Cardwell starting 9th here in this heat race. He's stuck back there.
You got to wonder if we've seen a couple of guys roll off 9th here in these last few heat races. Maybe these guys missed something in their qualifying lap or made a mistake. I look for Cardwell to still be very involved in the outcome of this race for a transfer spot.
Absolutely. He has got plenty of time to catch up, does Mr. Cardwell. We'll see exactly what happens here as we get set to go green flag racing here in heat race number 5.
And Blake Murray is off to the races in the lead, rolls down on the bottom right behind him in 2nd. Hessen in the 118 looking to the inside of him. There's a jumble of cars over there in turn 3 and 4, but it's all Blake Murray out front.
Yeah, Blake Murray's starting to roll up top now. Hayden Cardwell has found himself on the top side of the racetrack. He has moved himself into the 7th spot, and he got caught up, almost caught up in an accident. What a great driving skill there from Hayden Cardwell. I got excited and jumped over my words there, but that was a pretty good move by Cardwell to avoid getting caught up in that accident.
We go to the Wicked Cushion instant replay here, and yeah, absolutely it was. You can see him running the high side there through 1 and 2, and then all hell really breaks loose down the back straightaway. Looks like the 23 machine, the 12, they make contact. The 26 of Llewellyn is in there. It's just a real mess down the back straightaway, and you can see right through the middle of it is Hayden Cardwell.
Yeah, Wyatt got pinballed up there into the wall there. Shiflett had nowhere to go. He got caught up in it as well. But yeah, that driving ability from Hayden Cardwell to get through that right there will tell the tale in the rest of this heat race, I believe.
It's one thing to make those moves on asphalt, but in a car on dirt, especially as this track starts to slick over a little bit after 4 Pro Late Model heat races, that's an unbelievable display as he moves up to 5th as we get ready to take this restart, 3 laps in the books.
Still plenty of time for Cardwell to make himself into the top 3 to put it into the show. He's going to try to look low on Joshua Hessen down, or sorry, that was Llewellyn, excuse me, as he draws back to the 6th position. Yes, well, it looks like trying to find out our ticker there. There we go. It's back the way it should be.
Yeah, Cardwell driving the bottom, doing his best. Llewellyn is keeping pace with him up top. They're chasing Hessen out front. It's all Blake Murray, Brett Rouse, and Josh Hessen. Your top 3 right now. Rolls looks to the inside. We'll see if he's got anything for Murray. Hessen riding along comfortably in 3rd, but Rouse giving Murray the business up front.
Now to turn number 4, Murray, Rolls, Hessen, 1, 2, and 3. Laps are clicking down. Hayden Cardwell sitting back there in the 4th spot. He's got to get on the horse and catch up with Hessen, as we're going to have 2 laps remaining this time by.
Yeah, Murray is putting on a show up front, holding off everything that Brett Rouse can throw at him. And if you're Brett Rouse, you'd love to beat one of these world championship level drivers. He looks to the inside. It looks like we may see some slide jobs coming here at Fairbury, Chris. We've got one there off of turn 4, and Rouse will lead the white flag lap.
Out of turn number 2, here comes Murray back to the inside of Rolls, down the back straightaway. Rolls going to try to put himself back up front. Into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, Brett Rolls is going to take the win. Blake Murray 2nd, Joshua Hessen 3rd, and Hayden Cardwell is going to have to go to the back of one of the B mains tonight here at Fairbury. He's going to start near the front of one of his B mains, though, so that's good news for him if there is any. We'll take a look at the full field rundown here in Heat Race 5. Brett Rolls your winner, Blake Murray 2nd, Josh Hessen in the 3rd and final transfer spot. Then it was Cardwell, Llewellyn, Albrita, Shiflett, Ruby, Wyatt, and Myler rounding out the field. Ultimator TV starting lineup for Heat Race 6 coming up.
Heat Race number 6 looks like this on the pole. The Queen of Dirt, Jennifer Hans in the 11 for $1 Million Motorsports, John Ruggiero Jr. in the 37 outside of her.
Row number 2 on the inside of the Goon Squad Racing Stable, Timothy Smith in the 22. Outside of him, out of New York in the 57, it's Alex Payne.
In 5th place, the 54 of John Batista. Outside row number 3, Troy Stuckwish in the 34.
Row 4 on the inside, Donnie Fair in the number 38 machine. Outside of him, out of Mid-South, the number 2 machine, that'll be Dakota Isley.
It's Hagen Sorensen rolling off 9th in the Sorensen Racing number 45. Peter Ganatas in the 53 rolls off 10th.
All right, we'll see if Mr. Ganatas has the Ganatas to work himself up towards the front. You like that play on words there on the last name? It was good.
Very good. Very good. Very impressive, Christopher. There, we like that. We like a good pun. We like a good pun. Also love ball jokes, so congratulations. You've nailed it. You've scratched both itches. It's Jennifer Hans leading the field of the green flag here on the inside pole of heat number 6. She is out in front off the start. Ruggiero Jr. drops to 2nd, runs the high line. Hans through the middle of the racetrack. You can see Payne, Smith, and Stuckwish. They're starting to fan out just a little bit. Payne looks to the inside of Ruggiero Jr., which is great if you're Jennifer Hans watching those 2 teammates battle it out behind you.
Yeah, they can pinball off each other all they want to as far as she's concerned. She pulls out to the lead. Down the back straightaway, Ruggiero in that 2nd spot. Alex Payne in that 3rd and final transfer spot. Jennifer Hans continues to lead. Putting that thing in motion in that number 1 spot.
Yeah, very comfortable out in front. Ruggiero and Payne holding down those transfer spots. Behind them, you see one car blink a little bit, but it's the battle for 4th is definitely on. There's a 4-car race for that position. Unfortunately, that's like being the fastest kid in 5th grade, Chris. Finishing 4th in a heat race doesn't mean a whole lot.
Now just means you're going to start up front one of the B mains, but it's not going to help you right now. Good battle back there. Here's Batista in that Ultimate Dirt TV number 54 machine running in that 4th spot. Hagen Sorensen has moved himself up in the back up to 5th, but he's still got a ways to go to catch up to that 3rd place car of Alex Payne, currently sitting comfortably in 3rd. Speaking of sitting comfortably, there's your leader, Jennifer Hans, up front.
Yeah, she is on a nice Sunday evening cruise. Ruggiero Jr. looks like he might try to get up there around the time the white flag lap kicks off, but he's going to need a really great lap 7. Otherwise, Hans comfortable in the lead.
Jennifer Hans rolls through out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Jennifer Hans, and she rolls out of turn number 2, down the backstretch for the final time. The Queen of Dirt's going to pick her up. A heat race win here at Fairbury in Next over the sign for Pro Late Models. John Ruggiero Jr. finishes second, and Alex Payne in that third spot. Zach, how about it for Mama? This is Hans up front, taking the win.
Yeah, if you're the Hans family, you got to feel good about that one. That's a great showing out of her. To get a heat race win, we look at our full field rundown here, courtesy of Ultimate Dirt TV. Your home for the World of Thunder iRacing League. It is Jennifer Hans picking up the win, the $1 Million Motorsports number 11. John Ruggiero Jr. and Alex Payne finished second and third. Hagen Sorensen will get a front row spot in a B main, or close to a front row spot in a B main. He'll finish fourth. Then it's Batista, Stuckwish, Smith, Fayer, Ganatas, and Isley. The rest of your heat race number 6.
All right, I believe we have had our track reset, so that's going to allow us a chance to run our 3 B mains here. Brett, are we going to have time to take a quick break before we go to these next B mains? All right, we're gonna take a look at your starting lineup for B main number 1. We'll take the top 2 out of each one. Hunter Wright, your pole setter, and number 43. Outside of him, Rylan Gray in 6.
It's the Todd fodder rolling off third. The 23 entry of Todd Hook out of the Great Plains. Hunter Butts in the 42 rolls off 4th.
Row number 3 on the inside, Chris Cox in the 515 machine. Outside of him, Nathan Davis in the 36.
Position 7 belongs to the 15 of Tanner Folds of the Tanner Folds Racing entry. It's Donnie Batiste in the 19th, rolling off 8th.
Starting 9th, we'll see Caleb Nickel in the 29 machine, and 10th, Jack Weaver in 34.
Jackson Rexing in the 24 entry rolls off 11, and Indiana driver position number 12 is John Bragman in the 47 out of New York.
And starting in the 13th position, we'll see Daniel Passmore in 8, and outside of him, Michael Oxett in number 81. So while they work the track in, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. You're watching the World of Thunder iRacing League here on Ultimate Dirt TV.
And we are back here, the first of our B mains here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. We are just about ready to get the first of 3 underway. 10 laps the distance. Hunter Wright will lead the field of green here off of turn number 4.
For you aspiring broadcasters, when you have a push-to-talk button, make sure you hit the right push-to-talk button. I was talking and nobody could hear me.
They'll get you every time. Hunter Wright comfortable to restart. You see the baby bullet Rylan Gray looking to the outside of Todd Hook, the wily veteran there. They're battling for just a couple of transfer spots in this one. We are in for a barn burner here, Chris.
It's going to only top 2 transfer out of these races, out of these B mains. So it's going to be Katie Barn at the door for these transfer spots. Oh, a little bit of contact. Hunter Butts throws the elbow. What? It's still going on. Oh, my goodness.
Somehow, well, we're finally under yellow. It took Barney a second to get that one out.
What just happened? We're going to find out here as Hunter Butts threw an absolute drop kick there into the 06 machine. And we're going to take a look here. There you go. There you see it right there. There's the drop kick. A little bit of pinball action. But,
yeah, from our angle, the way the nose, the attitude of the nose of that race car changes, that might have been intentional.
Yeah, he just shot up right there. He just turned it like he just turned right into Rylan Gray's machine.
looks like we're going to have to take a look at how that's going to shake out for the lineup here. Hunter Butts goes to the back of the field. Ryland Gray will get his spot back, so he will be third right behind Todd Hook.
Taking a look at all of our awesome camera angles we have here on the World of Thunder iRacing League. We got cameras everywhere. We got cameras where you couldn't think you could put cameras.
Yeah, it's wild some of the places we got cameras on these super late models, or the pro late models, excuse me, and you can really see the details of how the car gets around Fairbury Speedway as we are back underway. You see Todd Hook there, the Todd father in second, Ryland Gray behind him. You can see Tanner Folds has inserted himself into the mix. We've got a battle on our hands for a transfer spot here, Chris.
Into turn number 1 and 2 they go. It's Todd Hook, the Todd father, in that second spot. Tanner Folds trying to put himself into the mix here as he goes underneath out of turn number 4. Battle for second. Folds and still Hook.
Folds running that low line, but I don't think he's quite got the car set up for it. And he doesn't seem as comfortable down there as he does on the high side. He's been much faster up top in the other part of this race. Hunter Wright comfortably out front right now, all alone, but Todd Hook's got his hands full. Now he's going to look to the inside of Wright. We're going to see a battle for the lead here, Chris.
Out of turn number 3 and 4, Hunter Wright still your leader. Out of turn 4, down the front straightaway. Todd Hook trying to improve on that modified race earlier that you were watching earlier. He popped the Uke tire in his heat race and couldn't quite make it through the B main. He finished one spot out looking in. I'll tell you what, his mindset may be bad if he finishes one spot out looking again.
Yeah, you would hate to see that 2 races in a row if you're the Todd father. But he's given Hunter Wright all he can handle, making him drive an absolutely perfect race. And currently, he's meeting the bar. Wright has looked great up front. You see Folds throw a slider in there, but he can't quite make it stick on the bottom.
And Todd Hook went down and shut off the line from Tanner Folds. It's going to be Hunter Wright and Todd Hook transferring to tonight's main event here at Fairbury out of B main number 1. And everybody else going to have to transfer to the trailer or whip out their super late model and try it again at around 8:45 tonight. Take a look at your field rundown here. B main number 1. It was your winner, Hunter Wright. Todd Hook second. It was Folds, Gray, Davis, Cox, Oxett, Bragman, Nickel, and Weaver rounding out the top 10. Ultimator TV starting lineup for B main number 2. Top 2 transfer, Jeffrey Baum, your pole setter in the 99. Outside of him, keep an eye on him, the number 7 machine of Hayden Cardwell.
Matt Logan and the 1, the Chubb Frank style wrap rolls off in 3rd. Mark Llewellyn rolls off 4th in the 26.
Row number 3 on the inside, and the number 5 machine is Kevin Williamson. He'll start 5th. Outside of him, AJ Albreda in the number 46.
Matt Dixon rolls off 7th in the 96. Ethan Shiflett in the 111 out of the Virginias rolls off 8th.
Row 5 on the inside, James Normoyle on the number 721 machine. Outside of him, John Ruby Jr. in 40, starting 10th.
Anthony Hansen, Team Outlaw Motorsports entry, rolls off 11th in the 21. Colin Wyan out of New York in the 58 rolls off 12th.
Starting 13th on the grid, we'll see Bo Krebs in the 68, and outside of Krebs in the 39, scheduled to see Mason Myler in the number 39, starting 14th. Hayden Cardwell currently sits 6th in the point standings here in the Next Level Designs Fixed Pro Late Models. He's running this B main event. Currently, Zach McSwain holds a 30-point lead over Kendall Tucker. Dylan Wilson not here tonight, runs in the 3rd spot. J.D. Brown runs 4th, also not here tonight. Dylan Hauser also not here tonight, runs in that 5th position. Hayden Cardwell 6th. It's Blake Cannon, Blake Murray, Dustin Hall, and Blake Majulis rounding out the top 10 in points in your Next Level Designs Pro Late Models.
Should be due for a good one in this one, Chris. You got to think this is probably Hayden Cardwell's racing lose now.
Oh, absolutely. As good of a car as he has, he is, you never see him stuck in the B main too often. So we take a look at the back of Hayden Cardwell's machine as they try to get this track worked in just a bit before they get set and turned loose in B main number 2. And they're ready to get all the quarter-mile action they can, because next week we're at the big half mile, Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa. And that'll be next Sunday here on the World of Thunder iRacing League, live on Ultimator TV.
It's always a good time when we pack up and head to Iowa. It's not quite heaven, but it's awfully close, Chris.
Tell you what, I love that Chubb Frank scheme. That is the Godzilla theme that Chubb Frank won the Dirt Track World Championship in.
Yes, it is. That's always a big fan of some of the stuff that Chubb Frank bought to big races. As we get ready to go 10 laps the distance in this B main, Jeffrey Baum will lead Hayden Cardwell, Matt Logan, and Mark Llewellyn to the green flag here.
Out of turn number 4, the light is out, green is out. Here we go. It's Jeffrey Baum. It takes the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Almost slides up into Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell, though, put it where you couldn't put a race car. He got around Baum for the lead. He'll lead lap number 1.
Cardwell's got a knack for making it fit in the spaces it ought to not fit into. He did it in the heat race when he drove through an accident completely unscathed. And now he is hot, wide, and handsome up there on the cushion in this Next Level Designs Pro Late Model B main. He is very comfortably in the lead. Jeffrey Baum now is the man everyone's after, and Matt Logan and Mark Llewellyn looking to give chase.
Down the back straightaway. Oh, the Chuck Frank machine goes around. There goes Matthew Logan. Godzilla got bit right there. He shot him down in rear yellow.
Yeah, Matt Logan makes some contact over there in turn 3. You saw it at speed. We'll see it in our Wicked Cushion instant replay here. Heavy contact over there as you see him come down the back straightaway here. And he and Llewellyn are going to make contact. Llewellyn holds his line. Logan kind of turned down into him, maybe didn't see him there, and then just ping-pongs up in front of the 12, the 96, and a host of other race vehicles back there.
So once again, tough break for that Chubb Frank Dirt Track World Championship winning scheme. Wow. You know the year that Chubb Frank won the Dirt Track World Championship in that car, Zach? You got 3 seconds to answer.
2004.
2007. You're wrong.
I was close.
All right, here we go.
Hayden Cardwell taking green flag. We are back underway in B main number 2. Cardwell comfortably out front in this one, and yeah, he's gonna be a pickle. But we're back under caution. Caution laps do count in these B mains, though. So if anything, that's just helping Cardwell get closer and closer to that spot in an A main.
Here what happened here on the start.
Bedlam. What happened? Yeah, the 721 gets into the 3. He gets around the 3. And then collects another car. That's really the thing that hurts you the most here at Fairbury, is when some of these accidents happen. There's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, Normoil got turned into a pinball there, coming out of the turn, got sideways, and just got creamed by 2 different race cars. So a tough break for Normoil.
It is absolutely a tough break, making his World of Thunder debut here this evening. But it's all Hayden Cardwell out front.
Laps are clicking down once again. Caution laps do count here in these B mains. World of Thunder iRacing League. Next Level Designs Pro Late Models Pace Truck pulls into the infield. 6 laps remaining here in B main number 2. Top 2 transfer right now is Cardwell and Baum as they take the green flag and roll down the front stretch.
Cardwell looking very comfortable again in the lead. Llewellyn looks to the inside of Baum as they dive into turn 1. Ethan Shiflett right there behind in tow for that final transfer spot. There's a 3-car race.
Here they come out of turn number 1 and 2 past the scoreboard. Llewellyn into that 3rd spot. He's got 1 spot to go. To get into the transfers, Jeffrey Baum could be a sitting duck as he blinks out a little bit. And Shiflett and Llewellyn made contact.
Baum blinks out, holds on. Shiflett and Llewellyn side by side. Llewellyn going to drive hard down off of turn 2. He might have a look to the inside of Baum here. Shiflett to the inside of him. They're 3 wide off of turn 4 for the final transfer spot. Hayden Cardwell off to the races out in front. He's going to have no problems holding on to this, provided we stay green, Chris.
Cardwell out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 2 laps remaining. Jeffrey Baum, he just blinked. There he goes. He's back into that 2nd spot. He is having some issues there connection-wise. We thought we lost him there as the white flag's out. Take us home, Zach.
All right, Cardwell comfortably out in front. Shouldn't be any problems here unless the track opens up and swallows him whole. The important race on the track right now is the battle for 2nd. Baum, as you can see, out in front of Llewellyn. We're going to have to see if Llewellyn throws a haymaker here. He does not. Shiflett looks inside, but it's going to be Jeffrey Baum taking home that final transfer spot. Hayden Cardwell gets your win in B main number 2.
Good race there. Hayden Cardwell finding himself into the show. And Mr. Baum in that 2nd spot. Take a look at the full field rundown. In B main number 2, Hayden Cardwell, Jeffrey Baum, your top 2. Then it was Llewellyn, Shiflett, Williamson, Dixon, Ruby Jr., Wyatt, Logan, and Hanson rounding out the top 10. Ultimate Dirt TV starting lineup for your 3rd and final B main event. Top 2 transfer. Blake Cannon, your pole setter, in the 44. Outside of him, Hagen Sorensen in 45.
Cody Sieber in the 357 will roll off 3rd. John Batista in the 54 goes 4th.
Row 3 on the inside, Brian Johnson in the 121 machine. Outside of him, Troy Stuckwish in 34.
Bobby Mattingly in the 3 entry rolls off 7th. 8th is Timothy Smith in the 22 for Goon Squad Racing.
Row number 5 on the inside, Garrett Zacharias, 71. Outside of him, Donnie Fair in the number 38.
And Austin Mitchell, 25 out of Michigan, rolls off 11th. Peter Ganatis in the 53 goes 12th.
And starting 13th on the field, we'll see Pete Kiley in the 31. And outside of him, Dakota Isley in 2. That'll be the way they round out the field. Top 2 transfer out of this third final B main event to tonight's main event here in the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models here at Fairbury. Once again, Knoxville next week going to the big half mile. And it's Knoxville, Williams Grove, and the dirt track at Charlotte to finish out season number 10.
And then, Chris, don't forget, coming up in the very near future, you'll see some more information about it on the World of Thunder Facebook page. World of Thunder Late Model Speed Weeks. We go to Lernerville for 3 straight nights of action, including a $500 to win night on night number 3 there at Lernerville. And then it's off to maybe the most magical place on earth, Weed Sport Speedway.
The most magical place on earth.
Yeah, if you want to see chaos unfold, you think Fairbury has been chaotic tonight. Wait till we get to Weed Sport, man. We talked about it a little bit during the modified broadcast. I don't know that a lot of these Southern guys, and I've only been exposed to Weed Sport through watching some races there online, because obviously it's in New York and I'm in Kentucky, so it's a little bit of a haul. But that place can be very nasty. Very unforgiving, especially to a car the size of a super late model. Great for the big block modifieds, but when we put these big bodied cars there, it's going to be a real test.
Yeah, once again, 3rd annual Mimi's Makings in Motion Super Late Model Speed Week coming up September 13th through the 18th, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time every night, right here on Ultimate Air TV, World of Thunder iRacing League. As you mentioned it, USA Speedway on the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th at Lernerville. The 16th at Lernerville is $500 to win, by the way. And Weed Sport Speedway on the 17th, and ending it out at Lanier Speedway on the 18th of September. That is going to be one heck of a week right there for super late model racing action.
Yeah, we're going to shove a whole lot of late model racing right in the middle of your September. It's going to be a great time. We're very excited about it. Very excited about it here. But out front, and it's coming to the green flag. It's Cannon and Sorensen, and we are underway in our final B main, Chris. And Cannon out in front. Sorensen has his hands full with Cody Sieber and John Batista in the UDTV number 54 there. Cannon drives to the inside, and Sorensen almost put a nose on the fender. We've got a battle underway all over the racetrack.
They're stacked up almost 2-3 wide out of turn number 2 down that back straightaway. Blake Cannon, Hayden Sorensen, 1 and 2. The Ultimate Air TV number 54 of John Batista, sitting in that 3rd position as they roll down the front straightaway here in this B-main event. Last B-main of the night.
Cannon out in front pretty comfortably, starting to put a little bit of gap between him and Sorensen. Sorensen in the 45's got his hands full with Batista in the 54. They're running the same line around the racetrack. We're going to see if Sorensen makes a mistake. Young driver is a former champion, I believe, in this series. Definitely a former World of Thunder champion. But he's got his hands full right now with Batista in that UDTV number 54.
He does. He's got him right there on his left side, on his rear, down the back straightaway, trying to hold him off. But they're also trying to catch up to Blake Cannon. Caution is out on the racetrack for the first time here in B-main at number 3.
We'll take you to our Wicked Cushion instant replay and see if we can find the culprit here on this one. It's Isley and Zacharias here back towards the field. Chris, walk us through what happens here.
Well, we're going to take a look at him out of turn number 1 and 2. As, looks like Zacharias kind of cut down on Isley there. And around they both go.
Yeah, running the cut down line there through turn 1 and 2, driving in high, and then lengthening the straightaway out by driving from the middle of the corner down to the bottom and straight off. Gives you a little more room to accelerate. Unfortunately, if somebody's not running that line behind you, there's a chance for a meeting of the minds, Chris.
Indeed, there is. And now Zacharias, and then we're going to go to the back of the pack.
So we are under caution in our final B-main of the evening. You can see the Swindell Speed Labs entry. Blake Cannon, 5 to go in this one. Sorensen to his outside on row number 1, and we are back underway.
Into turn number 1 and 2 they go. Out of 2, Sorensen. Here comes Troy Stuckwish. Troy Stuckwish now to the 3rd spot. We'll keep an eye on him. As as out of turn number 4, here comes Batista and AC/DC himself, Brian Johnson's in that 5th spot.
Duckwish to the outside, looking very strong. Unfortunately, Cannon and Sorensen are holding on the 2 transfer spots, and there's, at least for the time being, a little bit of a gap here as we come around lap 13 in the books. Sorensen all over Cannon, looking for a chance at the lead, but they're side by side for 3rd.
Oh, and Stuckwish just got taken out coming out of turn number 2, so his night's going to be over with just 2 laps remaining.
And you hate to see that. He was running strong. Sorensen looks to the inside of Cannon for the lead. The top side just a little bit too strong right now. You can see Sorensen jump up and run the cushion through 3 and 4.
Final time around, here comes Blake Cannon, Sorensen. He doesn't have to make any drastic moves. He's in the feature. Just got to stay smooth. It's Blake Cannon. Rolls out turn 3 and 4, and he will win B main number 3 here at Fairbury. And Hayden Sorensen is going to come home in that 2nd and final transfer spot.
Yeah, great race there for Hayden Sorensen. You're glad to see him back in an A main. This is going to be an exciting feature we've got. We go to the UDTV full field rundown here. We can walk you through the results of this one. Your final B main is going to belong to Blake Cannon, with Hayden Sorensen coming home 2nd. Those are your 2 transfers. Batista, Mattingly, Seabird, Johnson, Fair, Isley, Mitchell, and Zacharias will round out your top 10. Stuckwish, Kylie Smith, and Ganatis, the full field. And they are all headed to the house or back to the trailer to unload those super late models for later racing action. And our warm-up before the feature here is underway.
All right, I'm going to take a second here and grab myself a little drink here. We'll be back here in 30 seconds for tonight's feature. Zach, if you want to talk about something, go for it. We'll be back with more here on the Ultimate Third TV, the World of Thunder iRacing Series, here in just a moment. And welcome back to Fairbury American Legion Speedway, the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models here on the Ultimate Air TV. It's the World of Thunder iRacing League. Chris Nunn alongside Zach Newton. It is feature time here at Fairbury, #Falls. Take a look at your starting lineup from the front to the back. Starting 23rd, shotgun on the field. It's going to be Jeffrey Baum in 99. It's the Todd father, Todd Hook, starting 22nd and 23. And starting in the 21st position, it's going to be Blake Cannon in 44.
Cannon's got a long way to go. Also with a long way to go is the 07 machine of Hayden Cardwell. He'll roll off 20th. Hunter Wright in the 43 will roll off 19th.
Starting 18th, the 57 machine, it's going to be Alex Payne. And starting inside row 9, Joshua Hessen in 118, starting 17th.
Zach McSwain rolls off 16th in the 25 out of Carolina. Terrell Payne in $1 Million Motorsports entry number 51 rolls off 15th.
Row 7, starting outside, is Eric York in the 89 machine. And inside of him in row number 7, it's going to be Dustin Holm, 331.
Chris, you may have to take over this. My video has frozen.
All right, starting 12, it's going to be John Ruggiero Jr. in the 37. And 11, it's going to be Blake Murray in 79. Starting 10th, row 5 on the outside, David Heileman in 32. Outside of him, Devin Cardwell in 101, starting 9th. Starting 8th, Brent New in the 144. But we're going to cut off here. In just a second, we're going to go 4 wide with your Next Level Designs Pro Late Models here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway as the best in the business roll across 4 wide down the back straightaway.
And Chris, for my money, there's not a prettier sight anywhere in racing. Here, World of Thunder, the iRacing League, like none others. We thank you for spending part of your Sunday nights with us. And we're excited to go racing here at #Falls.
There is a prettier sight than a 4 wide. You know what it is?
What's that?
Trophy Girl.
Okay, well, you know, but notwithstanding. It's nothing much more satisfying to a race fan than a four-wide salute before we go racing under the lights here at Fairbury. You're looking at one of the most incredible sights in all of racing.
Go down the front straightaway. Under the flag stand. They're going to split off now and get some heat in their tires and they're set to go. Here, tonight's main event. Jennifer Hans, Jesse Wall, Brett Rolls, Cole Duggar, Austin Matthews, and Blake Moneyman Majulis rounding out the starting field here as we're going to get set to go 50 laps here at Fairbury.
And the show is going to be coming from the rear of the field. You see Hayden Cardwell rolling off there in position number 20th. He's got 50 laps to get to the front. We'll see if he can do it. It's a lot of time to let Blake Majulis get comfortable out in front. Also keep an eye on Jennifer Hans in 6th, Cole Duggar in 3rd as we get ready to get underway.
All right, Blake Majulis and Austin Matthews going to get the 1-to-go signal this time by. Green flag's going to come out. How far will Hayden Cardwell make it to the front, Zach? He's going to be the one to watch back there.
I would watch for him to be in the top 5, close to halfway.
All right.
I think you're gonna.
I'll mark you down for that one.
All right, hold me to it. Hold me to it. Absolutely. Majulis punches the field up, and we are underway here. The Next Level Designs Pro Late Model feature at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Majulis down on the bottom, comfortably through 1 and 2. Cole Duggar and Matthews side by side for 2nd. Jesse Wall holds down 4th. You see Kendall Tucker starting to throw his nose in there. We are already under caution.
Caution out for the first time here in this 50-lapper. We'll take a look, hopefully, and see exactly what happened here on your Wicked Cushion Instant Replay.
We look back in the middle of the pack here to Alex Payne. Make some contact there, and we are into turn 1. Yeah, he just gets in there hot and collects, I believe, maybe his teammate. Collects Blake Murray and then spins around, stops there, and we are under caution.
Yeah, not a good way to start this 50-lapper with the caution on the first corner. So hopefully that is not a sign of things to come here.
Hopefully not. Chris, I will tell you, I don't know if you're watching the scoreboard over there in detail. Hayden Cardwell, through that amount of racing, up 4 spots.
Hey, you got to get it up there, and you got to get up there quick.
Absolutely you do, and he's wasted no time so far.
Blake Majulis shoots out to the lead. Down that back straightaway. Austin Matthews, Cole Duggar, Jesse Wall, Brett Rolls, your top 5.
Yeah, great racing on back through the field. They start to fan out just a little bit, which is good news. If you like a little bit of green flag racing action, something we haven't seen a lot of over long runs here at Fairbury tonight.
Turn number 3 and 4, they go. Majulis, Matthews, Duggar, Wall, Rolls, still your top 5. Jennifer Hunt sit back there in that 6th position. Taking a look to see where Cardwell's at. We're on Cardwell watch here. He's up to 16.
Cardwell looking very fast early on. The longer green flag runs are definitely going to benefit him as he tries to get to the front. He's stuck up behind Zach McSwain and Blake Murray right now, though, and those are 2 guys that if they're not also going in front, could slow Cardwell's march just a little bit.
Turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Taking a Cardwell to ever caution. Take a look at your Wicked Cushion Instant Replay here. Take a look and see what happened with York here.
And what do we have here? Oh, yeah. Looks like maybe
Cardwell in the back.
Looks like he might have checked up there coming off of turn 4 to keep himself off the wall. Maybe got a little loose. And then Cardwell, with that kind of momentum, it's going to be a problem 100% of the time.
All right, so working the second caution of the race. Hayden Cardwell trying to work his way up towards the front. But how about the money man, Blake Majulis, out front? It's a normal spot for him usually.
Absolutely it is. He was dominant for the first half of the UMP Modified race. The Grace Productions UMP Modifieds earlier. Unfortunately, something happened. Maybe he made a small mistake, and Cardwell was able to jump him for the lead and never look back.
Lights out, brings out back on the way here. And it's in the main event. Juice, Matthews, Duggar, 1, 2, and 3. Jesse Wall still 4th. Rolls Jennifer Hans rolling back there. She's battling it out with Kendall Tucker. Back there for that 6th position. Behind Tucker is Devin Cardwell.
Make a little bit of contact there off of turn 4. Kendall Tucker looking to the inside, trying to find some real estate underneath Hans. He may have her here. Definitely in his sights there, side by side. He gets a good run down the back straightaway, and he will bump up into position number 6. Hans is going to have her hands full with Devin Cardwell very quickly. No rest for the wicked, as they say. It's Tucker and now Cardwell moving up into 7th position.
And caution is out for the 3rd time here in this 50-lapper here at Fairbury. So this cannot quite get a long green flag run going.
No, we cannot, but if you're looking there at the leaderboard as we go to our Wicked Cushion instant replay to see what brought out our 3rd caution, there you see Cardwell and McSwain. They're running the middle of the field, and Blake Murray, going to get spun by Hayden Cardwell there. Cardwell not afraid to show the nose. Oh, we've got more chaos on back, I think. That looks like the 51 of Terrell Payne is around and sideways there, and then he collects a whole bunch of cars on back.
It's like, was it Hagen Sorensen upside down, look like?
Well, you hate to see that for the young man.
Looks like Sorensen has decided to take it pit side.
Sorensen will pack it up and head to the house in the Pro Late Models here. It's Blake Majulis, Austin Matthews, Cole Duggar, Brent Rolls, Jesse Walls, and Kendall Tucker up front. And we are in for some more great racing action as we are on board with Blake Majulis.
Blake Majulis, your leader. That's pretty much the view he's had the whole race. Nobody in front of him except for the pace truck. So we'll see what happens here as the lights go out, as Barney holds up the yellow flag. I believe we're going to have one to go this time by.
Yeah, it looks like the lights are out here on the speedway and the pace truck. They're back on. So we're going to have at least one more caution lap here. We are once again on board with D1RT driver Blake Majulis as you get an in-car look at what it's like to get around Fairbury Speedway here under the lights.
All right, we'll see here. You can see Majulis there saw the wheel here. Hopefully we can keep this view here when we go back to green. We're going to go green this time. Hopefully we'll be able to see him saw at the wheel. We're going to look out the front here and take a look over the hood.
And you see in car, yeah, you can really see the amount of work it takes to get around Fairbury here. And Majulis, honestly, I don't think saw as much as a lot of these guys. He's a very smooth driver. Say what you want about Blake, but he's a very smooth driver, really good at getting around these racetracks, especially as they slick over. He's one of the guys that has adapted to that and does a very good job. And he is way out front over Cole Duggar, Austin Matthews, Brett Rouse, Kendall Tucker, Jesse Wall, Jennifer Hansen. Tucker is sideways. Oh, no.
Wow, we just wadded up 10, 12, 13 cars. Holy cow.
I see Cardwell down to the infield. McSwain was involved. That's... Yeah, no, Brett, we just stay with the leaders in the truck. What a mess. I don't know. I know Kendall Tucker was pointed at the wall, and that's not what you want to see. McSwain involved, a whole bunch of the World Championship guys that are in this race involved. And Chris, we talked about some of their heat race performances not being what they're used to, and this is what happens.
You get everybody running down that front straight. One car gets turned sideways, and you're going to wad up about. Look, everybody going into the pit area or the infield there to get to some repairs.
Yeah, you get one hot fix, I believe, is the rule. So a lot of these guys will be able to dive into the infield, get a fresh race vehicle, and get back to racing. But when you're, when you're the Hayden Cardwell, Zach McSwains, those guys, if you get caught up in one of these accidents, that can spell doom for your chances at winning this race, and that's the importance of heat race performance.
Yeah, you get caught up in these incidents early on in the feature. You get put behind the 8-ball very, very early on, and it takes a lot to catch up and get out from out of that hole you put yourself in.
Absolutely, it does. Meanwhile, out front, comfortably, Blake Majulis. He's led every lap so far. Cole Duggar behind him, Austin Matthews in third as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here momentarily, Chris.
Don't forget, super late models coming up next from right here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway, thedirt.fan.com. Super late models, Zach, and that's going to be a whale of a show.
Absolutely it is, but I think we're in for one here, maybe from second place on back. But we're certainly not going to be disappointed as we are off to the races in this one. Blake Majulis takes the green flag. He's around the bottom comfortably. You can see Matthews trying to follow suit behind him. Cole Duggar to his outside. They're side by side into turn 3 for second.
And turn number 4, we got a bunch of them upside down again, up in turn number 3 and 4.
We are back under yellow, our 4th caution of the evening. Cautions breed cautions, and this restart is an absolute mess. And we're going to have to see on the Wicked Cushion Instant Replay exactly what happened in that one.
Weird is what we may have 4 cars left at the end of this one.
You know, if we have 4 cars left, or you know, what? Here's my question. What do we do in Victory Lane and with your top 3 finisher interviews if we don't have 3 finishers?
That's a good
It's an important philosophical question. It's the second most important philosophical question I've been asked recently, or have asked recently.
I wish I knew the answer to that one.
The first DNF still counts as third. All right, fair enough. That's what the production truck has told me. While we're under caution here, Chris, the most important philosophical question I've been asked recently: if you stack 2 lasagnas together, is it 1 lasagna?
I had lasagna last night. That answer, it is still just 1 lasagna.
It's just 1 lasagna. Okay, you see, you're on the right side of history, friend.
But you know what? You know what you don't. You know what?
See, now Brett though is asking the important questions from the production truck. We were just asked, but how many lasagnas did you cook?
Well, it was Olive Garden that cooked it for me.
Well, yeah. But I mean, regardless of the source of the lasagna, the point here is what you believe. You know, it's like the heap paradox, which we're not going to get into, but you can Google it, as we are still under caution here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Blake Majulis out in front of the Next Level Designs Pro late models. The D1RT driver has led every lap so far. Cole Duggar holding down second place as we are back green.
Back underway here as the lasagna talk stops here as the green flag drops down out of turn number 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, Duggar caution is out again.
Well, that's certainly the more PC version of the T-shirt, Chris, and I do quite like that when we were back under caution. You can see David Heilman and Hessen around there on the front straightaway. We'll go to our Wicked Cushion Instant Replay to see if we can see the action that led to that, and it looked like they just got bottled up on the restart. I've a couple of times in the past calling races have been a little bit critical of the games that Blake Majulis plays with restarts from time to time. And there you see some of the consequences of that as you get on back into the field. You know, it doesn't really matter to him much as the guy out front. What happens behind him on the restart, it's not his problem. But back in the field, when you bottle the field up like that, you can absolutely make some problems for some other guys.
You trying to say he's a brake checker?
I'm not saying that he does it all the time. I'm just saying there's occasionally some questionable restarts out of the 127 machine, but the folks in race control don't have a problem with it. Barney, the iRacing flagman, doesn't have a problem with it. It's not my position as an announcer to say anything else about it other than to call it like I see it, Chris.
All right, I'm going to go back to the lasagna talk here because you know what you don't put in lasagna?
What?
Ricotta cheese. You don't put ricotta cheese in lasagna.
Ooh, that's a hot take. Because I had a friend, this is not, again, the first time I've had this conversation about lasagnas, and I have a friend who loves ricotta cheese. She was very pro ricotta cheese. I think that's a personal matter.
All right, those of you watching the broadcast in the chat, do you put ricotta cheese in lasagna? Yes or no? Simple. Yes. Type your answer into the chat.
So somebody just yelled yes into a hot mic as we are back underway in the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. Blake Majulis out front of Cole Duggar, Austin Matthews. Jennifer Hans has worked her way into the top 5. Blake Murray back there in 5th. Hans and Murray side by side. For 4th, that's the battle on the racetrack right now as the top 3 have single filed out just a little bit. But don't look now, Chris. Who's that in 6th place? If you want to read that name for me, I just want to make sure I'm seeing that correctly.
How about Hayden Cardwell into that spot out of turn? Number caution is out again. Caution's out one more time. In the chat room, LWI says, what in the ultra white boy crap? Yes, you put it in lasagna. James Ray says, yes, you put it in there. Dustin Sizemore says, yes, every cheese you got. Patricia Bean says, yes. Velvet Tucker says, yes. I guess I'm just the weirdo that doesn't like ricotta cheese on my lasagna.
Yeah, you were wrong. I didn't want to tell you as your friend, as close to your face as I can tell you that you're wrong about ricotta cheese, but you were wrong about ricotta cheese, Chris, and I'm glad that the internet has confirmed it.
Brett Wheeler, do you put ricotta cheese in your lasagna? Yeah, you just put normal cheese in there. That's right.
Oof. Oh, well, Brett, we wish you the best of luck with that. But any diet that doesn't allow lasagna is not going to sit well with me. I'm like Garfield, fat and sassy and a big lasagna fan. So we are once again under caution here at Fairbury. I believe this is number 6. Yeah, now see, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm on, is the seafood diet, Brett. But yeah, we are back under caution. Again, if you're just joining us, 6 cautions so far. We are 16 laps in the books of 50 as Majulis still leads and gets back underway here. You see a great restart from him there, almost in turn 3. And is that when we're on board with Cardwell as he is charged from the very tail end of the field almost. He is bouncing his way up towards the front, Chris.
You mentioned that he's going to be up towards the front at halfway, and you were right on that one as we take a look out of the front of his car. As you look at Jennifer Haas in front of him as we roll out of turn number 3 and 4.
Yeah, Cardwell is absolutely one of those guys that if his name is on an iRacing roster sheet for entry into an event, he's going to be in the front regardless of where he has to come from to do it, and he has looked great so far in this one. Definitely not afraid to get elbows up, show you the nose and the right side there at Fairbury. And that's kind of what it takes to be great here, is he's running that high side and looking very effective as he's passed another car. He is almost to Blake Majulis' bumper.
Here they come out of turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Hayden Cardwell trying to work on Blake Murray and Austin Matthews right there in front of them. But Blake Majulis starting to pull away. He's got about 4 car lengths over Cole Duggar in that 52 machine. So we take a look at the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You can almost throw a blanket over.
Yeah, Cardwell looking very quickly up top and getting into that top 3 in the conversation for the lead in this one. He disposes of Austin Matthews in a span of 1 lap, and now he's got Cole Duggar and Blake Murray there as Cardwell moves into 3rd place. The show is definitely being put on by that green 07.
Out of turn number 1, 2, halfway incoming, right? No! Slide job, and Cardwell's in the wall.
Cardwell tries to throw the slider, and he gets absolutely eaten. And he's going to drop back. You see Devin Cardwell, his cousin, there in 5th. He drops back to 6th. Definitely not out of this one, but not doing himself any favors. There's a good chance that he may have done some suspension damage the way he hit the outside wall there in turn 4.
He didn't lose very many positions. Now he's going to work underneath Davin. He's going to get a run on Cole Duggar, who lost some spots there. And Cardwell's back up to 4th.
He's back up to 4th. He just took care of 2 cars in 1 lap, and I was worried about suspension damage, but hitting the wall somehow made that car faster as he nudges the wall there in 4. That's going to slow him down just a little bit, but he's back up to 4th. He's chasing Austin Matthews as we go on board with Hayden's younger cousin, Davin, and you can see Cardwell right up there around the top, not afraid to fold that quarter panel around. The iRacing body guys back at the race shop at Slick Sim Sport are going to have their hands full tomorrow morning.
You mentioned suspension damage. I think the only damage might have been in his pride there of trying to throw that slider. But he has gotten back on the horse. He's back up to 4th. As we take a look at the line that Devin Cardwell is running, he's up 4 spots from his original starting spot right now. As we take a look at the battle up front, it is Majulis still out front. Then it is Murray behind him. And it looks like Murray's catching him.
Yeah, Murray is absolutely giving chase. And you got to wonder, we maybe saw it in the... Here's your last lap times, and Blake Murray is faster. Hayden Cardwell, the fastest man on the track right now. I believe, actually, no, I take that back. Blake Cannon was the fastest man on the speedway. Last track back there in 7th position.
Wow, here comes Hayden Cardwell, though. He is coming. And I hate to say this since we've seen so many of them. I think Hayden needs a caution.
Yeah, the last thing we want to see is our 7th caution flag. If Cardwell's going to get up there and compete for the win, he's going to need to see one. We definitely thinned the field out just a little bit, and the guys that are left kind of the best here on the iRacing service and the World of Thunder iRacing League, and we're seeing a real clinic put on right out front by Blake Majulis right now.
Lap traffic starting to take shape here as Majulis splits Brett New and the underlap car of Eric York, and he's going to bring Murray with him. He gets into York, coming out of turn number 4, pull down the front straightaway into turn 1 and 2.
Majulis very comfortable in lap traffic, showing no problems on the high side and the slick up on the cushion there. Very quickly disposes of those 2 cars. He's got a little bit of time before he gets up to Todd Hook. The 19th place back marker, currently the last car on the lead wrap. Hayden Cardwell starting to negotiate some of Majulis and Murray's leavings. We'll have to see how quick he can dispose of those 2 guys as we are inside of 15 to go, I believe.
Indeed, 41 working lap number 41 here as we roll out of turn number 1 and 2. Here they come down the back straightaway. It is Devin Cardwell. He's sitting there in 4th. He has got Austin Matthews right behind him. There's Hayden flashing through your screen. Majulis and Murray still run 1 and 2. 14 laps remain here at Fairbury. 14 to go.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if Majulis gets another caution flag, can he keep holding off the charge of Blake Murray and Hayden Cardwell? He's got a little real estate between them right now as he gets up to the lap traffic. The back markers of Todd Hook, Brett Rolls, and Jeff Baum. And Majulis has looked very smooth so far, but it's going to get harder for him as he has to negotiate some of these guys running a similar racing line to what he's running.
We see Blake Majulis. He has got Todd Hook in front of him, and Baum and Brett Rolls battling for position, and they make contact. Majulis into Todd Hook. And we're yellow. There's that yellow that we were talking about.
Well, Majulis got bailed out in that he was able to keep it going, and the caution flag came out before any of the other cars behind him were able to get around him and cross the start-finish line. You know, we revert to the last completed lap, so Majulis is going to hold on to the lead. But now, yeah, he's bunched up Murray, both Cardwells, and Blake Cannon is going to be within striking distance as well.
All right, I want to thank Tim Ripley for sending us 25 stars. Once again, if you want to donate to the broadcast, send us some stars here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Big thank you going out to Tim Ripley. Again, say hi to LW Wise. He thinks Hayden Cardwell is going to go around both of them in turn number 3. So there we go. Yeah, that's a prediction.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it plays out. It's a tall order getting around just Blake Majulis. And for that matter, Blake Murray has been very fast. If there was anybody who could pull off such a move, I'd put it to Hayden Cardwell. But he's got, you can see some damage there. You know, he's definitely a power driver. It's not going to affect him as much as it might some other guys who rely a little more on aero. But he's going to be in contention. I predict that Cardwell will throw a haymaker or 2 before the end of this one.
Well, we are going to find out. His laps are clicking down. 12 laps remain here in this main event. Here at the Fairbury American Legion Speedway, just see Cardwell kind of gave Blake Murray a shot in the shorts there, saying, "I'm here. I'm right behind you.
Yeah,
watch it."
There. See Cardwell drift back just a little bit. They're on the loud pedals off of turn 4 with 12 to go here. Majulis out front running the high side. You can see Murray's running the high side as well. So we put the intervals up on screen, and you can see Cardwell is he's already making some ground back up on Murray. We're going to see if he can dispose of him quickly and then get into the business of catching Blake Majulis, a risky proposition indeed.
Down the back straightaway, Blake Majulis, Blake Murray still 1 and 2. Hayden Cardwell into that 3rd position. Devin Cardwell in 4th. His laps are clicking down. We have 9 remaining, here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway here in the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. Here comes the slide job from Cardwell.
Cardwell throws a slider. Makes contact with Murray. Murray may give him the receipts. Look out for Devin Cardwell. There's a slider from Murray. Cardwell, Hayden specifically cuts underneath. Devin going to run underneath. It's a fire sale on 2nd place, and right now it belongs to Hayden Cardwell.
That second slide job on Murray. A little bit of contact made on that slide job. As now he's got Blake Majulis here. It's a complete repeat. As we have got 5 to go coming up this time by 6 to go. This time by 6 to go. The 5-lap signal will be shown this time by. It's a complete repeat of the modified main event. We had Majulis and Cardwell running 1 and 2, and here comes Devin Cardwell with a slide job.
Devin inserting himself into third place. You can see Blake Cannon back there in 5th. He's on his way to the front. Out front, though, Blake Majulis starting to gap out just a little bit on Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell is definitely capable of closing that gap, but he's run out of time to do it as we are inside of 5 to go. 4 now remain.
4 to go down the back straightaway here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. It is going to get good. Cardwell now, slide job into turn number 3 and 4 for the lead. Out of turn 4, Majulis going to shoot back to the inside. Majulis officially leading that lap. Cardwell slides it up again. Contact out of turn number 2. In the bumpers, there goes Majulis back to the inside.
Majulis able to complete the crossovers and hold on to the lead. You got to think a lot of Cardwell's effort here is just to try to make Blake Majulis uncomfortable. Slider after slider there to no avail. As you see Cardwell touch the wall a little bit there in turn 1 and 2, Majulis is going to open a gap back up as we come to the white flag.
Final time around here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. Cardwell's going to have to do something. He's going to have to do it going into turn number 3. Will Majulis know the slide job's coming? Yes, he goes low to block it. Out of turn number 4, Blake Majulis wins a thriller and falls. It's Hayden Cardwell second. Devin Cardwell in the 3rd spot as the Pyro goes off outside of 3 and 4.
What an absolute scorcher. The performance of Hayden Cardwell, undeniable, but talking about just quiet dominance up front from Blake Majulis was untouchable in this one. Cardwell got as close as somebody could get, but you got to wonder, and we'll talk to Hayden Cardwell in just a moment. I'll have an interview with him about where he started and if that impacted him as we go to the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models full field rundown. Chris.
Blake Majulis was your winner. Hayden Cardwell second. Devin Cardwell third. Blake Cannon fourth. Blake Murray fifth. And it was Austin Matthews, Kendall Tucker, John Ruggiero Jr., Dustin Hall ninth, and Cole Duggar rounding out the top 10. Jesse Wall, Zach McSwain, Hunter Wright, Alex Payne, Brett Rolls 15th. Jeffrey Baum 16th. Jennifer Hunt 17th. She was the last car on the lead lap. Todd Hook 18th, 1 lap down. 19th, Brent New, 1 lap down. Also 1 lap down. And 20th, David Heileman. 5 laps down. And 21st, Eric York. 22nd, Terrell Payne. 23rd, Joshua Hessen. And Hagen Sorensen rounding out the field in 24th. What a race at Fairbury.
Absolutely a barn burner.
All right, we're going to head over. We're going to head over to the Victory Lane interviews here, and we'll be right back with them here in just 1 second. All right, race fans, we are here live at Victory Lane as we're going to bring in tonight's feature winner, Blake Majulis. Blake, what a race. You had Hayden Cardwell coming from 20th. Threw some sliders at you there at the end, but, man, you held on. You kept your bearings, and, man, what a race there at the end. Take us through it from your cockpit vantage point.
Yeah, it was really good there in the beginning when there's a lot of moisture left. There's a lot of racetrack on the bottom and middle, and it made for good racing, but we couldn't get any green flag laps in, which is truly a bummer, honestly, because the track was really good in the beginning. But, then it went up against the wall, and I don't know. Hayden's really freaking good up there on the wall, and, I don't know. I seem to just mess up there when I get my right rear in the wall like that. He's known for that, so... it was a good race, but I just wish this track would be more than one lane.
Tell you what, that one last slider that Hayden threw on you, you guys made contact. You kind of gave him a little shot in the shorts there. Then you gathered your bearings and you dove back underneath them. What? How much patience does that take when you see that thing happening?
Yeah, I think I didn't really see him throwing a slider in 1 and 2. He kind of slowed up to let me by. They're off of 2, I believe, and that definitely helped out. So he gained a lot of my respect after that. He didn't mean to throw something that dirty on me, so I appreciate him giving the spot back. But it was definitely tough to finish it out there, seeing him in the mirror. Just can't make a mistake like I did in the modifieds and hit the wall. But luckily, I held on. So.
All right, you got super late models coming up next. Anything you can take from this race that you can apply towards the supers, or is it going to be a totally different animal?
It's you can't take too much, but it'll go right to the top, kind of like this race did. Should start out pretty decent, but then maneuver along the top. So that's kind of what I'm expecting.
All right, here's your chance to thank everybody that helps make it happen for you.
Yeah, thank you guys for broadcasting, you and Brett, for everything you guys do, and it's always nice to go back and watch these races. You guys do a great job on them, so thank you. D1RT Racing for everything they do. Sim Seats. Matt Logan at ML Performance, Design 75, Jeremy Ray, Down Under Graphics, my girlfriend Tia for everything she does for me, and everybody that watched. Thank you.
All right, that is tonight's winner here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway in the Next Level Designs Pro Late Models. The Money Man, Blake Majulis. Zach Newton's coming up with your runner-up finisher, Hayden Cardwell.
Hayden, first and foremost, man, hell of a run from 20th to 2nd. Walk us through what it's like. Fairbury's a chaotic track anyway, but walk us through what it's like to work through the pack like you did.
It's something that you don't want to be a part of because how small this track is, how big these cars are. You don't have enough room, really. You don't have enough room to really race, and it's hard to pass and stuff. And there's a lot of contact back there. It took us forever to kind of get a grip going there, and couldn't get rolling there. But once we got rolling, we were able to click off some laps. It just took a while, but we just found that top side, and a lot of people were just giving it to us, and we found a grip up there, and we were rolling. And I thought we had some for the 127, but I didn't want to take away a win like that, so I let him by, and hopefully he remembers that in the future.
Yeah, he mentioned you earning a lot of his respect and giving the spot back after you threw that slider. Walk us through, you've got a prodigious level of talent for running the cushion at places like Fairbury, and we saw it at Lernerville too. How hard is it to do what you do running a race like this?
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all, especially if you want to stay committed up there. When you're being that rider off the wall at any time, the front end could come around and just ruin your car. Your front end could come around and your right front just smacks the wall, and that kind of ruins your racing. So you gotta go as hard as you can up there. But if one little mistake, it'll bite you right in the butt.
Well, from 20th to 2nd, again, a hell of a run from you, Hayden. Any sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just all the guys on Slick Sim Sports for all the help. Jennifer Hans and Bobby Hans for all they do. Just came up one spot short for them tonight. Jason Webb Racing, Vanderbilt Race Cars for all they do. Anybody that helps me out on this car, it means so much. You guys with the broadcast, you guys are awesome. The best at it. And Steve and everybody with the league, looking forward to this super race coming up.
Thank you, Hayden. We look forward to seeing you in the super late models here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway. 2nd place, Hayden Cardwell. Chris Nunn is caught up with our 3rd place finisher.
All right, how about a 3rd place finisher, Devin Cardwell, up here in the booth with us. Devin, a good run up there, finishing on the podium behind Hayden and behind Blake. Man, you had a good view up the slide job war up front, but you got to be happy with how you finished.
Oh yeah, at the beginning of the race, I made it to about 6 or so. I was passing for 5th, I think, and it was nowhere to go. Had to go back to the back and made my way back to the front, and I had a 3rd place car, and that was it.
Running up 3rd here at Fairbury. We were talking to Blake, and he said it was kind of a one lane there on the top. Do you kind of agree with that assessment there, or could you move it anywhere you needed to move it?
They just right against the top. They cut down line 3 and 4, but that was about it. Really just had to throw a slider and hope the guy behind you lifted.
Kind of throw it in there and pray, huh?
Yeah.
Who you got helping you out? Want to give thanks to as far as sponsors and crew guys?
I gotta thank you and everyone that broadcasts, and just Steve for putting this league on. Everyone just a part of the league. My dad for buying the PC. Thank myself, and yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us here at Fairbury American Legion Speedway in the Next Level Designs Pro Late Model Series. Had a blast. Again, congratulations to our winner, Blake Majulis. 2nd place, Hayden Cardwell. 3rd place, Devin Cardwell. We'll be back here in about 30 minutes with coverage of the DirtFan.com Super Late Models. For Chris Nunn, I'm Zach Newton. Thank you for spending your Sunday night with us. We'll see you soon.
Peace.